Hello viewers, you're watching Afghanistan Report and I'm your host Swati Kundra. The main stories are: talks between Afghan government and Taliban likely in March. Afghan troops urged to take fight to the Taliban. And Afghan boy Murtaza receives jerseys signed by Lionel Messi. Afghan government and Taliban representatives are expected to meet soon for their first direct talks since the previous round of the peace process broke down last year. Following a meeting in Kabul, the Quadrilateral Coordination Group, made up of officials from Afghanistan, Pakistan, the United States and China, expressed strong support for the upcoming direct talks between the government of Afghanistan and authorized representatives of the Taliban and other groups. A report.
Officials from Afghanistan, Pakistan, the United States and China met in Kabul on February 23, aiming to set a date for the first direct talks with the Taliban since a previous round in the peace process broke down last year. At a meeting in Islamabad last month, officials from the four countries said face-to-face talks between the Western-backed government in Kabul and the Taliban should begin soon. Afghan Foreign Minister Salahuddin Rabbani repeated a call for the Taliban to join the talks and said the meeting would prepare the way for direct meetings to open soon. The Taliban, driven by factional infighting since last year's announcement of the death of the movement's founder, Mullah Muhammad Omar, some 2 years earlier, has not yet given a clear indication about whether it will take part in any talks. New leader Mullah Akhtar Mansoor has laid down preconditions for taking part in any talks, including the withdrawal of all foreign forces, while a breakaway faction that opposes him has rejected any negotiations. But officials in Kabul have expressed hopes that at least some parts of the movement can be persuaded to join. The talks in Kabul come against a backdrop of continuing violence and increasing military pressure from the Taliban, which has stepped up its insurgency since the withdrawal of most international troops from combat in 2014.
NATO advisors have urged Afghan troops to spend less time manning checkpoints and take the fight direct to Taliban militants. We have a report.
With NATO's combat mission officially over and only a few thousand foreign troops left, the onus has fallen on the Afghan army and police to establish the stability, and the military alliance is looking for ways to use those resources more effectively. Reducing reliance on thousands of poorly defended checkpoints that dot towns and roads across the country is a priority for NATO heading into summer, when fighting is expected to intensify as the Taliban renews its push to seize back power. Officials for the NATO-led training mission known as Resolute Support say Afghan forces have too many soldiers on checkpoints.
بعض تبلیغات خود داشته باشند که گویا بیایه و به استقامت خودشان و اگر با استفاده از وقت دیگران بعض جای بتانن بعض روزا من جای به جای بکنن، فقط دیگه اینطور حرکت مسلحانه ندارن، حرکت های نشستی دارن که بشینن و گپ بزنن و انشالله که اموشان هم تای پیگرد ما هستن.
The outposts range from small earthen forts strung with barbed wire to makeshift dugouts and shacks perched on rocky slopes. Many have no vehicles of their own, limiting troops' ability to venture far without help from the central base. While the area is not among the most violent in the country, soldiers say they are regularly targeted by Taliban snipers and often find roadside bombs.
A chartered airplane carrying 125 Afghan refugees back from Germany landed in Kabul on February 24. The refugees returned voluntarily in what is expected to be the first of many such flights coordinated between the governments in Kabul and Berlin, as well as the International Organization for Migration or IOM. Many Afghans made their way to Germany, but in recent months, the German government has launched media campaigns to dissuade would-be refugees from making the trip, warning of dangerous human traffickers and limited opportunities in Europe.
روزای اول خوب بود، رسیدگیشون خوب بود، اما دیگه بعد از اینکه جناب اشرف غنی آمدن دیگه گفتن مهاجرین ما بفرستید، دیگه کمک‌های آلمان برای افغانی دیگه کم شد. یه بخاطر از اینکه کم شد دیگه مردم دیگه خود من شخصا الان توی از 8 ماه که داخل آلمان بودم، هی از این خیمه در می‌کردم مینداختن داخل خیمه دیگه. رسیدگی به آنچنانی که مثل سوریه رو دارن برای افغانی دیگه نداشتن. همه کمک‌هاشون رو قطع کردن بیشتر شده.
Moscow has come forward to help Afghanistan in its fight against the Taliban. The Afghan National Security Force recently received 10,000 AK-47 assault rifles from Russia at an official ceremony in Kabul. A report.
Russia gave Afghanistan 10,000 AKM assault rifles and millions of rounds of ammunition as a gift, which the Afghan government said was a sign of deepening involvement by Moscow in the conflict-torn country.
Всего афганской стороне будет передано 10 тысяч автоматов АКМ-47 и 2,1 миллионов патронов к ним.
Mantitsky said Russia was willing to work with Afghanistan to combat insurgents and drug menace.
دولت محترم روسیه اسلحه که مورد ضرورت قوای دفاعی و امنیتی کشور ماست توأم با مهمات در یک وقت بسیار مهم و نیروهای پلیس و سایر نیروهای امنیتی کشور ما فراهم کرد.
The arms and ammunition were provided under an existing security agreement between the two countries, officials said. Dependent almost entirely on foreign aid, Afghan security forces are struggling to secure the country amid a rising insurgency. As the NATO-led coalition's military presence dwindled last year, Afghan leaders reached out to Moscow for more Russian-made weapons, including small arms, artillery and attack helicopters.
A 5-year-old boy in Afghanistan shows off autographed football shirts from his hero Lionel Messi after a video of him improvising the footballer's jersey using a striped plastic bag went viral.
Murtaza Ahmadi, photographed wearing an improvised football jersey made out of a plastic bag, received 2 signed shirts and a football from his hero, Barcelona star Lionel Messi. 5-year-old Murtaza from a poor family in Jaghori district in the central province of Ghazni shot to internet fame after pictures of him dressed in the blue and white top with Messi's name written on it went viral. Playing with his new football while wearing the Argentine national colors, Murtaza was hopeful to meet Messi one day.
بسیار خوشه مقصد موقعی پیران خیلی ده باید مسی را ببینم از نزدیک باید یک دفعه ملاقات با مسی از نزدیک داشته باشم تقاضای ما از جامعه بین المللی و از دفتر سازمان ملل متحد یعنی میسته که مثلا مرتضی به عنوان سفیر کشورهای جنگ زده معرفی شود.
Unable to get a real Messi shirt, Murtaza's brother improvised one using a plastic bag bearing resemblance to the Argentina national team jersey, with Messi and the number 10 scribbled on it. The pictures were shared around the world, and the Afghan Football Federation said on its website last month that it was in contact with representatives of Messi and would arrange for Murtaza to meet the player soon.
With that, we come to the end of this week's episode of Afghanistan Report. I'm Swati Kundra taking your leave. We'll be back next week with more news and views from Afghanistan. Goodbye and Khuda Hafiz.